So this has been on my mind lately where I feel like I didn't explain why I hover instead of dragging when I play tablet. I made a video on me playing tablet for a week after 1,000 hours. That video did pretty decent, but I don't think I emphasized why I chose to hover in the video enough. So like I just have some advantages and disadvantages of hover and drag here. So I was thinking one of the advantages of hover is that it doesn't hurt the tablet in the long run. I feel like that's a pretty big one. That's more like cost efficient, and you get more range of motion. I feel like you get more range of motion when you hover instead of dragging. And then some disadvantages of the hover. I feel like the main disadvantage of hovering is that it can make your cursor a lot more shaky, and you also need to do a lot more muscle activation to like make it less shaky, if that makes sense, to like control the tablet. But there is also like Haku smoothing filter and all that, which is what I did to make it less shaky. And then like the advantages and disadvantages of drag. So I was like thinking maybe it's more comfortable since we drag our pencils IRL, like when we play on the tablet. It's kind of like, oh, we already know how to do that because we did dragging our pencils in schoolwork. And also the number one Osu player Emmerich drags, so it's got to be good, right? And then some disadvantages of drag. So I thought that it would hurt the tablet and the pen in the long run because it does come in direct contact with the tablet, and it kind of does hurt it in the long run. Like people have shown like pictures of their tablets like being screwed up from them dragging and all that. And also that it's not really energy efficient when you do the tablet and the pen colliding like this, because there's gonna be a lot of friction between the tablet surface and the pen nib, which can cause energy loss, which could lead to less aim stamina with the tablet. But I don't know if it's that big of a deal because the tablet is pretty light anyways, so it might be negligible, but that would exist. I'm just saying this because I do have a bit of a background in engineering, but that's just something that I thought that might be interesting. And you also got to wear the gloves so you don't hurt your hand while dragging. Like that's what I saw like some people do, and that's kind of like a hassle. But those are kind of the advantages and disadvantages of hover and drag. I just want to say like why I did hovers, because I felt it was more comfortable than dragging. Just felt like I had more, it just felt more light that way. And I tried to drag, but I sucked ass when I tried it, and I was under aiming a lot of stuff. And I actually made polls on if you guys hover or drag, like for the tablet players, and it seems like most people drag more than hover, which I guess it kind of makes sense because people will be more familiar with it from schoolwork and all that. I don't know if that's like the true reasoning, so I'm curious to what you guys think, to the drag players in the comments. I'm curious why you would drag instead of hover. Like I just feel like there's so much more advantages to hover than drag. I don't know, I only have 1 week of experience with tablet. I'm not the most knowledgeable on this, but I'm just curious for why people drag more. And if you guys have answers to that in the comments, that would be great. All right, see ya.